What's up, everybody? And it's me again, Desiree McKinney. And I'm about to start taking this really, really seriously. So, I am on YouTube today to talk about what I'm leaving in 2019 or 2020. Yeah, because last year was a cluster FUCK, and I'm pretty sure it was for everybody. And I was in a car accident last year, lost my best friend last year, lost, I guess, whatever fragments left of what a relationship would be, lost that last year as well. And I learned a lot about myself, and I learned that I'm an adult and that I can take care of myself and that I have a lot going on up here and that I've been through a lot. And I think for 2021, and I don't care that it's January the freaking what 12th or 13th or whatever the heck. What we need to leave in 2020 is the whole culture. I'm so tired of seeing girls diminish their intelligence and diminish their worth and their beauty by just following along or whatever somebody else is saying to do or doing. And I'm too like I love trap music, but if we could make more intellectual trap music, like where you're mixing in information about financial language, or where you're giving people a blueprint on how to handle stocks and bonds, or uh, how to start a business, or how to keep the business going, or how to grow your business online. Like, mix that in with your bars, bro. Cause I'm tired of hearing the bull crap. The she got it in my mouth, and, or I got it in her mouth, or whatever the heck. Like, I'm tired of that. What else do I want to leave in 2020? Fake people, um, fake relationships or lack thereof. I really, I really wanted a relationship last year. I really did, and I feel like I did everything I could do to prepare myself to be in one. And I think God was forcing me to learn how to enjoy myself. And I am starting to enjoy myself so much, like so much where if somebody does come and try to interrupt that, they're gonna have some work to do, especially if they already heard me previously. So, and I mean, I learned that I went through a lot of trauma too, and I think there's a strength in that. It's not necessarily something you would want to leave, in that time or in that space, but uh, because you could say, oh, let's leave the trauma or the traumatic memories in 2020, but I think I think it's good to have that because I'll be able to touch and reach people that may not have been able to be reached or have been reached. And I think that I'm going to leave the wanting to get signed to a label too in 2020 because I really feel like I can do this by myself. And I know it sounds crazy, but I've had ample opportunities to sign deals and I did not sign them. And it wasn't because I didn't want to sign, they just weren't the right deals. That I tried to redline the contract and they were like, you're not famous enough. So, okay, if I'm already where I want to be at, what do I need you for? And so if I'm having to prepare myself, which most artists have to do, prepare themselves for um, before they even sign to a label, so they have something to offer, then there's nothing else for me to like stress or worry about or try to control. It's not in my control. And what I can control, I will. And I'm not gonna give them control over it. So my life is messed up. And I'm just famous and broke, okay? I'm also gonna leave I'm gonna leave the wanting to be like on an award show or wanting to, and I'm not gonna, I mean, it's power in the tongue. So I'm not gonna say I wouldn't be on one or that I hate them or anything, but I do want to say that as far as like being on like an award show or something like that, that's not important to me anymore. What's important to me is growing a natural fan base of people that I genuinely care about, that genuinely care about me, um, and creating a bond where when I do release music, it's not like I'm having to text my cousins over and over again to ask them to listen or download my new music. And my family likes my music, but family doesn't support you. And I'm gonna leave that in 2022. I'm not gonna be trying to make myself sick over my family's approval or wanting family to support me when they don't want to or can't or won't or just don't. And so if you're out there and you're not family, my name is Desiree McKinney. I'm a great musician and I have awesome music already out. I have 2 albums, 8 music videos, and I have another one coming really soon for Stay Focused. And gotta stay focused. And that is out right now, but the video will be out very, very soon. We're still working on it. We worked on a little bit more. Shout out to Pirate. And as far as celebrity stuff, what can I say about leaving certain things in 2020? I think I think as far as the stress of the racism and like being broken or being hurt or being like sad, this song is horrible to me. I'm so sorry y'all even had to hear that, and hopefully it don't mess up everything I just said. But I watched this like comedy, and I was watching Dave Chappelle earlier, and sometimes on the YouTube videos they have this like song play after, and I don't really like the song that much. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, as far as like celebrity stuff, I'ma leave in 2020. Definitely not finna be. I'm no shade to none of y'all. Y'all twerk all you want to. Get low. You know, drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's warm. Whatever you need to do. I'm personally gonna leave that in 2020 for myself. And no judgment on anybody else that does it. Is your presence, your body, your preference, your body, whatever you want to do. So, feel free to do that on your own. And what else am I leaving in 2020? Stressing over stuff I can't control. We make ourselves sick over things that have nothing to do with us or we have no control over. And I think that that is the worst thing someone of color can do, because you have points against you. If you're a female, you have points against you. If you're of color, you have points against you. If you have any type of defect, or if you have any type of handicap, you have points against you. If you're gay, you have points against you. If you're sick, you have points against you. If you clear your throat, you have points against you from 2020. And I think that in order for everybody to live in harmony, you have to really be peaceful with the decisions that you make and with putting your foot down. And I think that I was a pushover. I think that I was letting people take advantage of me and my kindness. And I was making myself sick over caring for other people and not caring for myself. And that's something I'm definitely going to leave in 2020. And The next time I get into a relationship, that person is gonna have to court me, and I'm not settling for less. And I'm a homebody. I love chilling and like watching movies and stuff like that. So the last situation I was dealing with, I let that person do the bare minimum, and I didn't speak up for myself, and I probably should have. But I mean, it was obvious what I wanted. I feel like I wanted a relationship, and that person wasn't willing to be in that. So I think too, for me, in order to move on, even though I thought I was gonna marry that person, I think in order for me to like really take care of myself and make sure I'm straight, is to really completely let that go, and to try to do things that will be good for me. And I learned too that self love is great, as far as like, you know, giving yourself a bubble bath, doing your hair, doing your makeup, and all that kind of stuff. But once I started doing all of those things, I realized that's not enough. And in here was still hurting, and in here was still in pain. And so I started seeking therapy even more so than I was before. And I think for 2021, everybody should seek some type of therapy for the trauma that they may have gone through growing up, or, in their lives. And I'm a crybaby too, y'all. So just, it happens, okay? And crying is the strongest thing that any human being can do, especially showing someone you're crying. So I think we should all get out of this thing of thinking that crying or tears is a weakness, because it really is a strength, and you're releasing the stress or the anxiety or whatever it is out. And I don't know, there's nothing really. I really wasn't checking for celebrities last year, so I don't even really know what's going on. I was in Dallas when Mo3 passed. I was actually 10 minutes away when he passed away, selling my music. And I want to find, for me personally, I want to find new ways to push my music instead of selling my music out on the streets, especially with COVID going on. I sell CDs, I sell flash drives, and I email my music to people as options when they don't have a CD player. But I have tirelessly, like, just when I get home from doing that, I'm trying to push my stuff online. And I think that I need to find a bigger way to push online. So I'm gonna be working on that too for this year for myself. And Rihanna need to come out with some music, random, but it's 2021, so I'm ready for Rihanna's album. Beyonce's movie production was dope last year. I would love for more stuff like that for this year. I know people can't afford to like do all of that though, but what else happened last year? The stuff with the popos. Okay, so that is really out of our control, and I am noticing that this is becoming like a police thing. Um, so I think just with that, and I'm not gonna spend much time on that because that's not my area. But when you pull somebody over, if you are one, when you pull somebody over, try to remember that that person is a human being. That just like it would hurt you if somebody tackled you, grabbed you, hit you, scratched you, punched you. locked you up unfairly, put you in the back of the car unfairly, threw you on the ground unfairly, gave you a ticket and you didn't deserve one, which I have to deal with in like a day or two. There was a spider in the car. Like, there was literally a stupid spider in the car. And I told a black officer that there was a spider in the car. And nigga was not trying to hear nothing I was saying. And I just think that in order for us to work in harmony and in peace, and knowing that people are slaving right now to make money just to pay their bills, try to be more conscious that we are human beings. People are human beings. So, just like you wouldn't want your daughter to go through something unfairly, or your son, or your nephews or nieces, mother, father, brothers, sisters, uncles, and aunts, grandparents, and grand siblings or children, don't put somebody you don't know in that situation. If somebody is a little like shaky, or I'm not that way, but if somebody is like that when you first let the window down to talk to them, maybe they're going through something personally and it has to do with you, and you just pulled them over to mess their day up even more. So try to be like aware of that maybe when you're dealing with pulling people over or whatever. And then as far as like finances, I think everybody should put away something once a week. Um, Not just for their futures, but just for emergencies, for what's going on right now. And y'all stay tuned. I have a lot coming very, very soon. I won't make this like a super long, extended, crazy video. But in my in my opinion, the glorifying of the mixed race people too. I think we need to glorify people who are fully a race as well, because I mean I am fully a couple of things, but I know I look like a black woman, and I'm Egyptian, Irish, and Indian. For those who don't know what I am, but I feel like us as African Americans and other races, I get so tired of what are you mixed with, or what it's not important. It's it's not important. It's just as dope to know where you come from, and it's just as dope to have information about your culture or what you are. So I think for 2021, everybody should get their ancestry done too, so that you have more pride in where you're from and what you are and your culture, and you know about what food the culture eats, and that sort of thing. And that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. There's a bell now that they have on stupid YouTube. So at the top, go ahead and click the bell so that you can get notified for everything, because there's like 3 different stupid bells now. So the middle bell, you only see half of the stuff, I think. And then like the bottom bell, you barely see anything. And then if you don't click the bells at all, you don't get anything. So your girl's getting like 10, 15 views at a time. So we're going to work on that too. But if you could just click that bell for me, I really appreciate it. That's it for this video. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe like I was saying. And I'll see y'all on the next video. I really appreciate y'all for watching. God bless y'all. And Happy New Year.